I want you to hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. I want to give a shout out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing communities. I also want to give a shout out to all of my subs that's been rocking with me. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna jump right into it. Okay. Um, Sugar Queen, I see you in the building. How you doing, beautiful? Now, um, of course, you know, in a in a uh, in a clutch situation, okay, the the Dallas Mavericks really showed their maturity, if you will. What's up, Chad? Well, I mean, yeah, but the series isn't over, and it's not like they're blowing them out. Okay, the problem is that they're now if it's a case like Boston or something like that, what they're doing, then we would have a whole nother type of conversation. But this is Minnesota's inability to um, to close and capitalize in clutch situation. Um, Listen, earlier in the year, we wouldn't even have even looked at Dallas like the Dallas Mavs like this team, and that's one of the reasons why maybe you saw something, Ted, that a lot of others didn't. Because don't forget, earlier in the year, they were actually talking about firing Jason Kidd. And they were also asking who's at bigger fault. Remember, I made that video too. Who's at bigger fault, Luka, Kyrie, or Jason Kidd, because they were struggling. But they have turned it on late. Now I'm gonna talk about Luka particularly in a whole nother video. But this video is gonna be more focused on uh, Anthony Edwards, okay, who did not who did not show up, okay, or didn't show up in key moments rather. Rudy Gobert to I would say to a lesser extent, and I'm gonna explain why, and also Karl Anthony Towns. Now, um, the if we're gonna go by the analytics and we're gonna go by the numbers and everything, once again the Mavericks they out rebounded they out rebounded the Timberwolves once again. Okay, I think the Mavericks had like 48 or something like that, and T Wolves had 44. And another key thing that not only Shanae has brought up, but I'm gonna bring up too: points in the paint. They were getting everything in terms of their three. They're knocking down the 3-point shot. Both of them shot at 38%. Okay. Uh, However, the thing that we have to understand is that you have to be able to you have to be able to score on the inside too. And while we're thinking that Dallas doesn't have the size and doesn't have uh, the I guess you could say um, the versatility to go inside, they're proving it wrong because they're able to get inside and they're able to hit mid range shot, and they're able to hit the 3-point shot as well. Uh, Listen, Ant Man is going to learn from this. Okay, I'm just going to go right off the rip. Ant Man is going to learn from this, and he's going to have to go through this, and he's going to have to get the smoke. If we're going to give people like LeBron the smoke, um, even Kobe back in the days when when he airballed those shots and everything like that. He has to go through this. Okay, I see people out here calling them camp man and all this other stuff. You're gonna get all of that. Okay, um, I'm not gonna sit here and use youth as an excuse, but it's right now he is on the big stage. He's never been on this stage before. But Kyrie has been on this stage before, and Luka to a certain extent has been on the stage before because when you talk about overseas, um, Ant-Man is succumbing to the pressures of being that main player. Last night, I know Najee Reed, he was on fire. Okay, he was flaming. He was the one that was keeping them in it. Along and also, I don't think Conley's getting enough credit, and of course, McDaniel. I know Rudy Gobert has 16 and 10, but I'll get to that in just a second. But let me go back to that shot. Now, er, there was a play where the NBA they came out and they finally admitted that Anthony Edwards they should have had that call differently. What's up with it, Bruce Gaz? I see you in the building. You said, what's up, what's up, John Wick? You said no shows. Yeah, well, it was a close game, but I'm talking about no shows in key moments. Lucas showed up in key moments in clutch situations, and it's not how you start; it's how you end. The Mavs started off horrible. They were, I mean, you would think that the Minnesota Timberwolves were going to run out of there like a 45 point lead, like they did Denver. Make sure y'all go sub to my homie Bruce Gas Boxing. He does a lot of trivia over there, just to see if you up on game in terms of your boxing knowledge. But to get back to this situation right here, and the task at hand, Anthony Edwards should have stepped up and took that shot. Okay, um, Naj Reed, as I've said before, he should be starting. But of course, they're going to take our talking points. It was just like when they took some of my talking points on some of the main shows when I was talking about Jaylen Brown. They were saying some of the same stuff that I was saying about Jaylen Brown with the Celtics. Well, I've said the same thing about Naj Reid about him starting. Kendrick Perkins didn't agree with me as far as Najee Reid starting, but Paul Pierce said that Najee Reid should be starting, and I think that is very vital, and that could be a key adjustment. I'm just thinking from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Chris Finch sees something else, and I know John Wick was just talking about how the game was close and all this other stuff, but still, if in that situation right there, the breakdown should have been a lot better. And I think that Anthony Edwards, because all you needed was a bucket, really. You didn't need a 3-point shot. All you needed was a bucket. Anthony Edwards should have taken that last shot. Okay, he should have taken that last shot. He should have been like, no, you know what? And I know he wasn't having a great game and everything. He had 21 points, but that's not, that 21 points could be very misleading. I want to say he shot 50%, but I'm talking about in the key moments. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards, has got to learn when to take over and everything. Now I know he was feeding a hot hand. He was feeding Najee Reed and everything. Now on the defensive play with Rudy Gobert and Luka. Now that right there, what's up with it, Jelly Bean? I see you in the building, bro. Now that right there, that that that's that had Luca's mouth watering. Okay, pause. When he saw Rudy Gobert all by himself, that was a no No, absolutely no. And that right there, that told you several things. Luka wanted to prove that not only that Rudy Gobert, even though you're four-time defensive player or defenseless in this case, defensive player of the year, he wanted to prove that that didn't mean shit. And just went there and just sealed the deal, iced the deal like it was nothing. The Wolves need a different matchup for KY, and now it can't be on him for the whole game. Well, yeah. Listen, what I'm saying is, okay, in this situation right here, somebody else should have took the task of guarding Luka in that situation, not Rudy Gobert. Not Rudy Gobert. Now, I think if they insert Najee Reed in the starting lineup, I know some people thinking that I'm crazy for saying that. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he was sixth man of the year for a reason, all this other stuff. He's the spark, he's the energy, blah 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 blah." But right now, you're 0-2, and you're about to go to the Dallas. And let me tell you, down here, these people are going in a frenzy. That 2011 championship, it seems like it was a 1995 championship. Okay, they are starving for a championship down here, and they think that, oh, Dallas is gonna be all quiet, or it's gonna be all peaceful and stuff like that. No, they're gonna have the house rocking down here. Yeah, he should have. He should have been on the bench, and if not, he should have been on someone else. But my takeaways from the game, like I said, the game was close and the game was winnable. But Dallas just showed their maturity. I know what Ted is saying now, because they have a tricky type of game. You think that you could just go to sleep on Dallas, and then all of a sudden they just come out of nowhere. Luka heats up. And I can see why they do compare Larry Bird to Luka, okay? And it's not because he's white, and it's not because he can shoot, and it's not because he did have a 30 point triple double. You know what I'm saying? 32, 13, and 10. Phenomenal game. Also, Kyrie, he had 20 and was hitting some daggers in the heart too as well. As my brother Ticket TV called him, the Heartbreak Kid. Um, you said Cowboys players. Mahomes will be at Mavs game. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, bro. This is this series right here is it's not a runaway type of series. Everybody just thinks that the Mavs are dominating the Wolves. No, the Wolves pretty much they have the game. You know, it's just they got to close better, and that comes with youth, and it comes on this being this in this big stage. You got to think about it. They've never, they haven't been to the Western Conference Finals in years. Yet alone, they're trying to get to a place where they've never been at all in the finals period. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the eyes watching you. You got Alex Rodriguez in there with their eyes on you. You got Terry Porter over there with their eyes on you. You got all these former Timberwolves on there watching you. So these guys, they got butterflies in their stomach. You say, what's up with it, KJ? The Don hasn't seen you here in a minute. I know, Ryan Garcia, what I'm saying, you're a little depressed, what I'm saying, had to come out there and try to make, excuses with the hair follicles and all that other stuff, what I'm saying. He had 4 positive B-test samples and stuff like that, what I'm saying. I know it's a little depressing and everything, what I'm saying, but like I told you, cheaters never prosper. But I'm glad you're in here, okay? I just had to throw that one in there for you. It's feeling like Dallas here. I saw a possible 7-game series, but they're so close. that I could see this ending in a sweep or in a foul. Ooh, man. I still got the listen, I still have the Wolves. Yeah, his boy Ryan. Lying, crying Ryan. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Dying Ryan, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, man. And then on top of that, he had enough, because Jake Logan Paul is gonna sue him, and he shouldn't have said what he said. Hell, my daughter, man, they love Prime. They be singing a little song. We got Prime, boy. We got Prime and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul, he just mad because Logan Paul is making his own entity. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm not gonna get on that. That's a whole nother topic or whatever. But listen, do I see it happening? Like a possible sweep or gentleman sweep if Dallas keeps playing like they are? Yeah. And Minnesota could go out there and do it because Anthony Edwards is good on the road. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just messing with you, KJ. Yeah, man, I'm just having a little fun, bro. But look, bro, I'm not. I'm still looking at it. I'm still being optimistic about this whole situation. Do I believe that Minnesota could come back? Yeah, I do. But it's going to take a collective effort. Not. I'm not talking about throughout the whole entire game. We're talking about the last 5 minutes of the game. Um, you got you got two players on that team. Actually, you have three, but one of them just is not showing up in the key moments. I should say three players on that court rather. When we talk about Kyrie and when we talk about Luka Doncic, you know the history of those two. They come on late and they're clutch players. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why Luka. A lot of people see Luka as phenomenal. And that's what I was talking about with the whole comparison with Larry Bird. To get back to what I was saying, Larry Bird, sometimes he would start off a little slow. If you really go watch Larry Bird and how he used to play, sometimes Larry Bird would start off slow. Sometimes he'll heat up, but usually 9 times out of 10 when he wasn't really when he was starting off slow in the first half, and then next thing you know, like the last minutes of the game or even that whole fourth quarter, Larry Legend would take over. That's what would be my comparison to a guy like Luca. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he's filling up the stat sheet and everything. You know, Dirk would do the same thing. Dirk would play horrendous the first 3 quarters. Sometimes you'd be like, man, and Dirk was shot Jack. But then at the last like 5 minutes of that game, Dirk would be on. PJ had an off night. No, no, no. You know what? PJ, nah. Even though he only had 10 points, PJ and Derrick Jones Jr. The stat sheet doesn't. I'm glad you brought that up, Ted. The stat sheet doesn't tell the story of the effort that these guys were putting in. I mean, they played phenomenal defense. Lively did. I mean, they did a good job in staying with it, and and it's really in the key moments. Like I said, throughout the game, you'll be like, damn, Dallas, it's done with. You know what I'm saying? When they had them up 57-40, and like I said, you can't get comfortable. You definitely can't get comfortable with a guy like Jason Kidd, and Chris Finch needs to know that. You said Lively does not play like a rookie, bro. Is a playmaker, a live threat. Can extend off the glass. He is looking crisper. Yeah, exactly. You said PJ frustrated cat at times. Exactly. Yeah. Listen, PJ and Derek Lively, man, those guys right there they're joys to have. They kind of remind me of if you pay attention back in the days, like they have that feed off of each other in the post type of chemistry. When you talk about Lively, when you talk about PJ Washington, they kind of remind you of guys like a like Jamal McGlure and PJ Brown, or the Dell Davis brothers. When they were on or whatever in terms of offense. But one thing that you could never take away from them was their desire to play defense and get physical and get rough, and not minding doing the dirty work. Or like when it came to like Sally and Mahorn, I was about to say F. Lambeer, but I mean that's how it was in the post and stuff like that. Or even James Edwards with the Pistons. Or when it came to um, Livingston and Grant, um, uh, and Stacy, you know what I'm saying? Back with the Bulls, they didn't mind doing the dirty work and the cleanup, and doing the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Going to the basket, setting screens and stuff like that. And that's what Dallas has, and that's what you're accustomed to seeing with Minnesota. But they're just not doing it at the right time. Yeah, Tyson Chandler and David West, or Tyson Chandler when Tyson Chandler, man, when he was with Dallas. I can't stand Bill Laimbeer. I mean, Bill Laimbeer was a hell of a player though, but he was an asshole. He was a hell of a player, but he was just a dirty SOB. He was an asshole, But I mean, to sit up here and say that Bill Laimbeer wasn't a great player, then you're just doing that. He wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't like, okay, he'll get in his bag and none of that, but he did step out and hit the jumper, and when he need. See, a lot of people don't know this, man. Bill Laimbeer wasn't playing like that when he was in Cleveland. I think people forget Bill Laimbeer played for the Cleveland Cavaliers when he was younger, and he wasn't playing like that when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers, all dirty and stuff. He was just actually a hardworking player, and was good to the game. But then he started, him and Isaiah, they started changing. Yeah, he's a four-time All-Star. But anyway, listen, man. Um, this series, in my eyes, is not over, but it will be over if you say it was too real in the joke for NBA analysts. Yeah, but this series isn't over. Um, I think that Minnesota. I think at the end of the game, that's their only problem. Um, and see, with with Dallas, you have to step on the gas. You're beginning to know that you have to step on the gas. You cannot ease up on the gas at all with them. If you're gonna blow them out, and keep the pressure on. Other than that, if you let them in the game, if you let them within 10 points of the game, because you see that was up, damn near 20, 20 point leads and stuff like that. Like you can't get comfortable with that. You cannot get comfortable with that, and you definitely now it's becoming crazy. You know what? What's really coming crazy? You you can't even play drop coverage on these guys. It's like you don't know what to do, because if you play drop coverage, well, guess what? Then Luka or Kyrie or a lot of those guys that are on the squad can pull up on your ass. And of course, if you come and you play them really close, well, guess what? They can also get by you. It's just like when Kyrie when Kyrie had made that man, he was about to lose the ball, but then he somehow got control of it and then was able to throw a lob to Lively. It's stuff like that because he's such a magician with the ball. We'll need a young point guard. Conley can't keep up with Kyrie. Well, listen, I thought that Kyrie. I thought, well, you know what? I can't even say that this game. Actually, Conley did a decent job, Ted. I got to disagree with you on that. He did a great job on Kyrie. Kyrie only had 20 points. It was his daggers in the hearts, like I said. And you got to realize, guess how many points Mike Conley had. Matter of fact, Conley was one of the. That's why I didn't mention him in the title. Conley, Najee Reed, McDaniels, guys like that. They were actually the ones that was really keeping them in it. You know what I'm saying? Cat and Gobert and the main three and Anthony Edwards. They came up. They came up very short to well, no, I would say to a major degree in the end. Conley had 18 points, man. So he did a decent job. You would have thought that, Conley was going to get straight up blown past and all this other stuff. No, that's not what was happening there. And they only lost by 1 point. So he did a great job. If it was a thing where Kyrie was just constantly blowing by him and stuff like that, then okay, we'd be having a different argument. But the fact that Conley was playmaking, he had 18 points. He made great decisions, just like he should have made that. He should have made that. What they should have did, I felt like they should have had Conley have the ball in that key situation, get that ball to Ant, even though he was off, and Ant possibly could have made a play, even with the little time that they did have. Yeah, he's unbelievably skilled. Yeah, he is. But I thought Conley did great, man. You know what I'm saying? They just came up short. I mean, 18 points. He's a savvy veteran too, man, and he's still able to keep his composure. Yeah, it's looking like the Celtics, and then you got to realize what's his name, Halliburton. He got that hamstring issue again. That's the same. That's the same hamstring issue that kept him out for a period of time this year. But whoever comes out of the West, I don't see nobody beating either Dallas or Minnesota. And there's no knock on Boston. Now, I will say this about Boston. If Jaylen Brown's playing the way that he's playing, nobody has a chance with Boston because Jaylen Brown's on a whole nother level. And it took me saying something in order for people to kind of understand that. Now you got the whole media just now catching up to what I've been saying about Jaylen Brown. All NBA and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get all of that. You know what I'm saying? There were a couple people. He was right about that. There shouldn't have been. There's a couple people on that All NBA or whatever that should not have been on there. And you could have you could have put Jaylen Brown in their place. You said to be fair, nobody can guard Kyrie. In a one-on-one situation, no. Now, let me see. Dennis Rodman would shut down Kyrie, though. Alvin Robinson would give Kyrie problems. Michael Cooper would definitely give Kyrie problems. Let me see. You're not gonna have your merry little way with the guy in Chauncey Billups. Um, Joe Dumars would shut down Kyrie. Um, but I'm just giving you an example of the defense that really needs to be played on Kyrie. Um, I like don't get me wrong, I like Kyrie, but Kyrie can be stopped. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie can be stopped. He's been stopped. Plenty times before. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, there's been times when Giannis has had to step out on Kyrie. Yeah, Gary Payton. The glove. You said Jaylen Brown won't be able to overcome the two-headed monster. Not if he's playing like the way that he is. Yeah, he will. He's way more athletic than both of them. He plays both ends of the floor. Jaylen Brown would give Kyrie problems. If he really puts his mind to it and plays like he's supposed to, because he's a far better defender than than J, Jason Terry. You said KJ. I honestly have to agree with you. Nobody's shutting down our Kyrie. I'm not even entertaining that foolishness we talking about. Okay, but were you saying that earlier in the year? And did you say that last year? And did you say that the year before that? No, nobody was even mentioning Kyrie. I mean, they'll mention him to a certain extent, but you're only saying that now because they're winning. I mean, the only time they really start talking about Kyrie is when he was winning. We've been talking about Kyrie though, but now that he's winning and everything, now everybody wants to try to appreciate him and stuff like that. And then on top of that, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Luka this and Luka that, Luka this and Luka that." Throughout the whole entire season, it's been Kyrie. And listen, it's not even about Kyrie, him dancing and with the rock and everything. This is why I said that Kyrie has been the better player on a lot of the teams that he's been on. It's for three reasons: 50, 40, 90. 50, 40, 90. And you would look at Kyrie and you would think, oh, nah, this guy can't be shooting 50% from the field, can't be shooting 40 from three, can't be shooting 90% from the line or damn near to it. But if you go look at the numbers, he's getting his bag and he shoots at a very high percentage. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I feel like Kyrie, is tough to guard. But if we're talking about just purely skill and all that other stuff, then okay, yeah, that's one thing. But if we're looking at his efficiency, that's what I'm looking at. Shit, you was acting like a casual man when it came to Ryan Garcia. Shit, as much as you was cheerleading and had your pom poms up for him, talking about you ain't no casual. Everybody want to start talking about Kyrie. Man, hey, KJ, don't be like Stephen A. Smith. Well, I've been, I've been very, I've been very critical of Kyrie in the past. Motherfucker, man, shut your ass up, man. You up in here talking about, I've been very critical. Man, the only reason you talking about him now is because, they force fed you to talk about him. You don't want to talk about him because you feel bad about what you said. You didn't come to his defense, and you see how I like how Kyrie is handling everything. He's taking the high road. He don't need to be like nah 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 boo boo and all that other stuff. He's letting his success is the best way to get back at somebody, and that's what he's doing. Nobody believed that Kyrie would be back in the situation that he's in right now. But nah, KJ, man, I know you probably like Kyrie. Everybody like Kyrie. I'm just glad to see that he's doing good now, man. I know you ain't no casual. I don't have no casuals on this channel. I'm doing the Macarena. Macarena. Hey, I'm a casual with boxing. Oh, okay, all right, man. Nah, you can't be a casual with boxing either, man. Not over here, man. You know what I'm saying? But keep on coming over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead. We'll fertilize your brain. We'll make you not become a casual. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of people around in the that are in the LDBC for you not to be a casual. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at the boy 7A Sports. You know what I'm saying, to pick you up some knowledge. Go holler at the boy Blue Blood Sports TV to go pick you up some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at Trill Boxing and them with CC, with Black Fight Fan, and with 7A Sports to go pick you up some knowledge. Go holler at my boy TJ Loves Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at the brother Ticket TV. You know what I'm saying? Because he does boxing too. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Gas Boxing. Go holler at him. You know what I'm saying? Go pick you up some knowledge. Go holler at my boy Monty Brown TV. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. Go holler at the boy Everything Boxing and Sports. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Go holler at all them. Even the boy Manager Marty. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of guys over here, man, where you'll learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? Supreme TV. All them guys. You know what I'm saying? Quest X. You know what I'm saying? Town Biz. You know what I'm saying? BFTV, BFTB, my bad. Go holler at them. You know what I'm saying? All right, on that note, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to holler at y'all. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Y'all enjoy y'all day.